We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Boston Red Sox. It's Red Sox baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Rick Porcello gets the ball for the Red Sox in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Robin Yount is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They begin this series feeling pretty good about the way things have gone as they come in riding a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, I'm looking forward to this one. They got their ace on the mound today. You get to the ballpark, you're ready to go. You're watching video. You know this guy is going to put his best foot forward, execute pitches to all quadrants. The opposition's got to be on point if they're going to have a chance today.
And it's 1-2. Now the pitch. And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. He might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
To the plate now, Ben Ogle. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. One out, nobody on. Hard hit at third. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This ball might have caught him in between hops. He looked unsure which way to turn his glove, and the next thing you know, it's by him.
Runner at first following the error. And here comes the first baseman, Prince Fielder. He's set, and the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you. After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
The 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. Smith is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 8, Ryan Braun.
Here's Ryan Braun now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Has a look, now the pitch. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0.
As a veteran out on the mound, that's a pitch that you expect to get a call on. Got to believe he keeps pounding that spot until he builds a rapport with the umpire.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Into right field. That's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
And here's Christian Yelich now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. In his career, Yelich is a .300 hitter on the dot. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, Matty, I know in today's game, batting average isn't held in high regard, but for a career to be...
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance, and it's gone. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Brewers have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he's looked pretty shaky from the first pitch, and things just kind of spiraled out of control from there. I think these guys smelled blood in the water, and they punctuated with a 3-run job and an early lead.
Ready now, Gordon Thomas. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls from him early on in this game.
The 1-0. Three runs already home here. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Pitch on the way. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Into the box now, Paul Molitor,
The third baseman.
as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one, and this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. 4 runs here in this half inning. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Brewers 4, the Red Sox coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ted Aguero gets the start for Milwaukee in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
You know, Matt, his last one wasn't horrible, but this guy did give up 5 runs in his last start. He was tagged with the loss, and he's going to look to be a lot better in this one here today.
Here's the Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Red Sox, the third baseman, Wade.
Now the pitch.
Boggs.
First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. There's a fight at the bat rack.
2-0. Aguero has tossed more than 60 innings on the year, and through those innings he's posted a whip a little under 1.5. Certainly something he'd like to improve on. The 2-0. And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. Now the 2-1. Popped him up. Yount has a play. He's got it one away.
Batting second, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts, and he comes into this one really slumping. The numbers there over the past several games, not very pretty. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
That's a ball.
Bases are empty, one man out. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Three and one. Jim Rice will be next. The 3-1. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Thomas is under this one, and that's out number 2. Digging in, Jim Rice. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Ball one. The 1-1 home. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Carl Yastrzemski.
Stepping in now, Carl Yastrzemski, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Rice is off of first with 2 away. And it's fouled away. The 0-2 delivery.
Count is 1 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Red Sox leave one. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard on the ground to the right, and that is through into right field for a single.
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just been hard hit after hard hit. As we take a look at his line here, the numbers do not lie. This has not been one of his better outings, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
Digging in now, Gene Segura. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. from the stretch.
At the ball.
Well, this second inning is not starting out any better than the first was. He just might not have it in this one.
The 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Now the 2-1. Out of play. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
Up next to Milwaukee.
Stepping in, Robin Yount. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Grounder down the line at third. This is foul for the first strike. Fouled away.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
The 0-2 home. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
You know, I think he's having a hard time with that curveball right now, and that's part of the reason why he struggled early on in the start. It's so important to have command of those secondary pitches, or hitters just start sitting on the hard stuff.
The 1-2. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Standing in now, Ben Ogle, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Well, he's been laboring a bit through these first 2 innings of work. That's 37 pitches, and ideally he'd be closer to 27 instead.
And he fouls this one off. And that misses 2-2.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
The 2-2 drilled on the ground to short, and that's through for a hit.
Well, Matt, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
At the plate, Prince Fielder, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. One and one the count to the Brewers' first baseman. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Hit softly down the line at first, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
This one's down to third. Boggs has it. On to first, and the Brewers are turned away as the inning is over. Brewers strand a couple. They lead it 4-0. Striding in for Boston, Reggie Smith, and they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The 0-1 on its way. Fouled off. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Popped him up. Fielder is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Mo Vaughn.
Striding forward now is the DH, Mo Vaughn, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now here's the pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Batting seventh, the shortstop, Rico Petrocelli.
Settling in now, Rico Petrocelli. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Runners on first with one down. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. And it's off the green monster. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
That's what good hitters do. You get a pitch you like and you just explode on it. He blasted that one over the left fielder's head for an easy double.
Now to the plate, Carlton Fisk, and with numbers like those, he's putting himself in contention for some Rookie of the Year hardware if he can keep it up. First pitch of the at-bat.
Big spot right here. Got to find a way to get back in this ball game and scratch a run across.
Second and third here, one man out. In there, strike two.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Grounded slowly to the left side. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score. Stepping in, Bobby Doerr. It was a 2-for-4 effort for him in Wednesday's game. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Slider gets the outside. That's a strike. 2 out here and a runner at second. Behind 0-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll go now to the top of the third. Brewers are out in front, 4-1. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. We looked into the numbers, and as a team, they've had a contact rate of over 85% in this game, meaning that when they swing the bat, they're missing the ball less than 15% of the time. To put that into context, the very best teams in baseball usually are right around 80% for an entire season. So at least for today, they're displaying an amazing ability to put wood to ball.
Thank you, Heidi. First offering on its way. Ryan Braun is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Skied into straightaway right. On the move is Betts. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. So 1 away here with the bases empty. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in his zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Fastball just missed above the zone. Right on the corner, 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Gordon Thomas. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. Pitch on the way.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he lays off it to even the count. 2-2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Here's the pitch.
4 count, 3-2.
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers, but they lead it 4-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up one of the members of the 3,000 hit club, Hall of Famer Wade Boggs.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. Two great takes, and he's almost daring to pitch it.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give the home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
Digging in to try it again, Mookie Betts. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. From the stretch, here's a slider that's inside, 1-0. Ball 2.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
The 2-0 on the way. Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball. Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at for ball 3.
This would be an absolute terrible start to the inning. After drilling the first guy, you can't allow the second guy to reach base via the wall.
The 3-1. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Riding in once again, Jim Rice. First pitch on its way. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Again, another foul ball. And it's fouled away.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put away stuff.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
First and second here with nobody out. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
He's set. Here's the 3-2, and he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Into the box, Carl Yastrzemski. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled away. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner. And this will be fouled away. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball to third. Segura for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Paul Molitor.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. A ball and a strike.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Here's a shot to left field and deep. On to Lansdowne and gone. A solo shot here to left, number 17 for him on the season as they stretch the lead to 5-1. So that was the third home run for these guys today.
Yeah, Matty V. Well, D-Row, you kind of expect a high-scoring game with that green monster here at Fenway.
Yeah, it changes your whole mindset. Right center's out of the equation. Dead right field's out of the equation. Goes to 380 at its deepest part. Unless you want to hit one down the pesky pole, you're looking to pepper that green monster.
1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, this has been a tough one for him so far, D-Roll. 7th hit of the game already. They're really making him work.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. As Dustin Pedroia says, it's a laser show out there.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. The 0-1 on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Five runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Segura behind on a 1-2 count.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
The 1-2. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
In now, Robin Yount, as the first pitch here's a bit high. It's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Heading out toward shallow right. Betts has a read on it. 2 gone. Ready once again, Ben Ogle. He singled his last time up.
Ben Ogle.
He's set. Here it comes. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
And this is why he's struggling right here. He's not able to pound the strike zone early in the count. These guys are finding themselves in serious count leverage situations, and good hitters aren't going to miss.
A strike, and it's 2-1.
Hey, you get 2-0, your eyes light up, but you're sitting in one spot, and he obviously didn't get it right there. But he still finds himself in a 2-1 count, ready to do some damage.
And it misses. 3-1 now.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. In there on the inside corner. Don't know that he liked it, but it's a full count now. 3-2. Liner towards second. In there, a base hit. And they won't even attempt to run on that arm in right. So despite the runner moving on the pitch, it'll wind up first and second here.
Yeah, Matt, I think his only hope is to try to get out of this 4th inning and maybe try to regroup for the 5th. But this is 8 hits he's given up already, so he might even have trouble doing that.
To the plate now, Prince Fielder, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit. Lucroy rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate. And it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Well, when your starter has a rough start, you'd like to give him some time to get out of trouble. But that's 6 runs he's given up in the early going. You have to wonder how much more time they're going to stick with him.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to be all now for Rick Porcello. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Derek Lowe answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. At the plate now, Ryan Braun. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Comes set with the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Fastball well outside. 2 down, runners at first and second. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. The 1-2. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's the Brewers 6 and the Red Sox 1. Bottom of the inning now, and coming forward is the switch hitting outfielder Reggie Smith. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
And that's off the plate and high. 2-0 now.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. The 2-1.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
And now the count is full for the Boston center fielder. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Next will be the designated hitter, Mo Vaughn. He reached on a single in his first try. The pitch. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Well, this lineup obviously doesn't get to see this guy very often because he's over in the other league, and it's really showing. He's pitching really well right now, and I'm sure these hitters are plenty happy they don't have to face him multiple times this year.
Stepping in now, Rico Petrocelli. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. The 0-1 delivery. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. All set for the start of the inning. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Christian Yelich. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. And it's fouled away. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Gordon Thomas is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
Everything this guy throws moves, and that two-seamer has a mind of its own.
That evens it up, 1-1. Swing and a ball lifted into straightaway center. Long run for the center fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The third baseman.
Digging in and looking for more, Paul Molitor. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2. Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. In there, and it's even now, 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Rice is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So nothing happening this time around. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Brewers 6 and the Red Sox 1. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Wachner.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager, and he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. He said the problem is they're allowing themselves to fall behind in the count way too often, which is forcing them to constantly be in protect mode and swing at bad pitches. A lot of their outs have come from at-bats where they've fallen behind, so the focus going forward needs to be about being the aggressor early in the at-bats.
Leading off for the
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now at the plate, Carlton Fisk. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Lined but speared on a hop, and that's out number one.
Now back.
Digging in, Bobby Doerr. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
In there for strike one, 0-1.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Now batting.
Striding in, Wade Boggs. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. He takes the turn and heads for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Man at second here with 2 away, and that'll bring up Mookie Betts. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Right side hit hard. Segura fields it cleanly, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And no one will track it down. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball one.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Now batting.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself into scoring position to start off the inning.
Gene Segura standing in as he sends it on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third. Digging in now for the Brewers, Robin Yount. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
One 0 count. Here it is.
This would seem like an easy RBI situation. 2-0 count, runner in scoring position, but you have to know there's an open base, and he might be pitching around you.
From the stretch. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
The 2-1 takes a pitch for strike number 2. One out and a runner on third. Grounded weakly to the left. And that's the second out.
Now batting. Designated.
Next for Milwaukee, Ben Ogle. He's 2 for 3 thus far. He's set and the pitch.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
A 1 pitch on its way. Men on third with 2 down. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Brewers strand 1. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Ready for another shot now. Jim Rice, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And that misses, ball 1. Two balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
3-0 now.
Got through the 5th all right, but it looks like he's a little off kilter here to start the 6th.
The 3-0. Sliced hard on the ground. And there's one down now. So here's the cleanup hitter, Carl Yastrzemski. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Segura has it. And quickly there are 2 away. So coming to the plate, Reggie Smith. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
A ball and a strike now. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They trail 6-1. Seventh inning ready to roll, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Prince Fielder.
Prince Fielder.
And now pitch on the way. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
The left fielder, number 8.
Striding forward now, the Brewers cleanup hitter, Ryan Braun. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Breaking ball called just a bit low. 1 out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Rice will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Into the box now, Christian Yelich. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Now the 1-0 is a ball down and away.
He doesn't look like the same reliever right now, but listen, this is his 4th inning of work, and there aren't very many relievers that can go 4+ innings and be rock solid all the way through.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Betts at the track. Gone. He uses that short porch to an advantage home run. It's a solo home run for Christian Yelich, number 148 for his career, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
When this one left the bat, I thought it was going to be an easy out to right, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and the right fielder gave it a great effort and almost brought it back, but no dice.
Into the box, Gordon Thomas, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Two out, nobody on. Just hung in there on that one. Now another 0-2.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And the throw to first ends the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But the Brewers tack on, courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Brewers 7 and the Red Sox 1. Last half of the 7th here, and striding forward the designated hitter, Mo Vaughn.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Into the box now, Rico Petrocelli, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
1 strike.
Boy, he just threw that fastball by him.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top notch. This guy's a horse.
And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hit in the air to right field. After it is Yelich. But he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
At the plate, Carlton Fisk. Line drive to left. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. And the runner scores from second as they chip into the deficit here.
Hey, Dero, there's a prime example of a little ambush piece, right? Come up there looking to hit right off the get-go. First pitch comes in, whack, base hit.
Yeah, you want to know if this guy was ready to go? He had a game plan. Hashtag ambush. Here we go now.
Standing in now, Bobby Doerr, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
So now to the plate, Wade Boggs, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 1-0 home. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only 1 free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Mookie Betts would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Now the 3-0 offering. Swing and a liner. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Jim Slayton takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning.
Yeah. Slayton.
Mookie Betts will be his first assignment here, as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. From the belt, the pitch fouled off. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate, and for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
The 1-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. The runner scores from second.
Now batting, left fielder. Jim Rice.
In now, Jim Rice, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. The 1-0.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. All even now, 2-2. Two down, runners at first and second. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And he rolls over this one foul. We'll do it once more. 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Brewers lead this one 7-3. Ready to begin the 8th and set to go as the third baseman, Paul Molitor. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air and deep to left center field. Going back is the left fielder. Gone to lead off the inning. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second home run of the game as they open it up to 8-3. Jim Lombard is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 16, Jim Lombard.
At the plate now, Jonathan Lucroy. As he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage.
Gene Segura comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Well, you gotta love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball, and if he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's going to have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
To the plate now, Robin Yount. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And another foul ball. Hit down the third baseline. Gets dirty and gloves it. He's up with it. The throw. How about that? They call it the hot corner for a reason. And this is a beauty to take us to break. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Carl Yastrzemski, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Lifted down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time, and he holds off on the breaking ball, so the count runs full. Ready now with the payoff pitch.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. And that is into the visitors' bullpen, a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 17 for him on the season, as it is now an 8-4 ball game.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Into the box, Reggie Smith. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. That's wide, 2-0.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
This ball will be chopped foul. Base is empty here with nobody out. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. Here comes the payoff pitch. This one is smashed down the right field line. That's going to stay fair, and it's going to be back-to-back home runs. A solo shot down the line in right. 3rd home run for him on the year, as it's now an 8-5 ball game.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Tyler Thornburg is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 63, Tyler Thornburg.
Stepping in now, Mo Vaughn, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no discipline and wave at a pitch that wasn't even sniffing the zone.
A ball and 2 strikes now. And it's fouled away. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Lucroy gathers. The throw to first is in time. 1 down.
The batter, number 7.
Digging in once again, Rico Petrocelli. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. And there's ball 2 now. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to short. Reined in. And the throw here is going to get him at first. Excellent range there at short, and there are 2 away now.
Number 27.
At the plate, Carlton Fisk. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Hit hard up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Into the box now, Bobby Doerr, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. One-0 count. Here it is.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Hit sharply on the ground, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
Curveball grounded towards second. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. We've played 8 full. It's the Brewers 8 and the Red Sox 5. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Ben Ogle, as they look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Down 1-1.
1-1. Hit hard down the line. A dive, but it's off his glove. And he won't risk the long throw across. He'll hang on to it. It's an infield single.
Now batting, the first baseman, Prince Fielder.
So now to the plate, Prince Fielder, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And here's a pitch high and tight for a ball, 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. A runner at first with no outs here. To 2-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Grounded up the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
Standing in now, Ryan Braun, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Runner at first here, one man out. 2 balls and a strike to Braun.
Count is 2-1.
A 3-1 count to the Brewers left fielder.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
The 3-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Runners on first with 1 down. Fouled away. And this is swung on and missed on a good pitch, and Braun is gone for out number 2.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
In is Christian Yelich as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 2 home runs already to his name in this one, and we'll see if he could possibly strike again. And he fouls this one off. One and 2 for Christian Yelich. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball, put himself right back in his at bat.
And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at bat if they want to get back in this thing. Milwaukee leaves 1. They're on top by 3, 8-5. Josh Hader comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 71, Josh Hader.
All set for the bottom of the 9th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder Mookie Betts.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home to score 3 runs off a closer like this guy, they've got the work cut out for him.
And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. Fielder in foul ground, but this will land out there just foul. 2-1 now to Mookie. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Here it comes. Jim Rice comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1.
Nope.
And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1. Swinging a soft liner. Throw on to first, and now the Red Sox are down to their final out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Carl Yastrzemski. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. From the stretch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
Last strike now for the Red Sox. Fouled off.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. 2-2 pitch is a fastball high, so it runs full. 3-2. 2 out, nobody on. And this is taken for a ball. He walked him, and the Sox have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Now at the plate, Reggie Smith, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course.
That last at-bat, that showed me something. It's not that easy to hit a changeup over 400-plus feet out of the ballpark. So this guy gets some good extension, strong wrist, and this guy's got some terrific bat speed.
1-0 the count. And it's fouled away. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Ball 2. Set to deal on 2-2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Shin high fastball that time. Ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch, and he misses again. Ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Now the Red Sox DH, Mo Vaughn. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Two men are on with two men out. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
Good waste pitch, 1-2.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone. 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
The 1-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
8-5 tonight. Milwaukee blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Ted Aguero earns win number 4 on the season. Rick Porcello couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. Josh Hader earns the save out of the bullpen, his 17th on the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Brewers, 8 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Red Sox, 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 39 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Fenway Park, 37,755. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.